City boy, city boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And you know we gotta go ahead and do a motherfucking Night of Champions review, okay? This show, man, all right, this show didn't have big fight feel to it. Not even a little bit, not even at all right? I was watching this show earlier today, and it was just like, man, like, I'm not excited for any of these matches coming up. Like, none of them. Like, even the CM Punk and John Cena match, I just wasn't excited for it. Jade and Asuka, like, I'm kind of happy to see that Jade's finally getting that push, but damn, man, it's been over a year and a half that she's been in the company. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been over a year and a half, and she's just now finally getting into singles matches. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's in her 30s, man. Like, it's about that time. This whole show, man, and one thing I love about Triple H is the fact that he'll see who the internet loves, right? Like, he'll see that, oh, well, we've been clamoring for LA Knight, you know what I'm saying? So since we've been clamoring for LA Knight, what's he gonna do? He's gonna put LA Knight in the Money in the Bank 3 years in a row and have him be the second to last guy to touch that motherfucker 3 years in a row, all right? Then he said, oh, y'all like Karrion Kross? Well, let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna put him in there with the good old boy, Sami Zayn. And I'm a haluva kick that some bitch into oblivion. All right, we're not even gonna speak about Karrion Kross anymore in this motherfucker. All right, you thought I was putting him on this motherfucking pay-per-view so he could win? Nah, man, nah. That's not even how this works, baby boy. And it's gonna be a clean victory too. Like, no bullshit, no interruptions. No count outs, DQs, Nick. No, nah, none of that. I'm a haluva kick that some bitch, and we gonna pin them 1, 2, 3 clean in the middle of the ring. All right. This show, man. I mean, it was what it was. I'll say the best part about the show was definitely the Solo Sakoa Jacob Fatu match, because at least the match was a good match in itself. It was a very decently choreographed match. And then on top of that, you had the debut of Hikuleu, the actual debut, because they debuted him like not this last week, but the week before this last week. They debuted Hikuleu, but they did it before Smackdown aired, so it like doesn't really count, right? Like, he debuted on television this time, right? So Hikuleu, 7 foot tall Samoan sumbitch. All right, I'm not convinced yet, but we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I'm over this whole bloodline thing already. All right, I've been over this whole bloodline thing ever since the Roman came back the first time. When he first started doing the whole OTC arc, I was already done with it. All I wanted Roman Reigns to do when he came back, I wanted him to, boom, 1 week, whoop on Tongaloa. The next week, whoop on Tama Tonga. The next week, beat up on Jacob Fatu. And then the next week, at whatever the pay-per-view was for that month, you know what I'm saying? Just go ahead, beat Solo Sikoa for that motherfucker, run ram shot right through the bloodline so we could just get this shit over with. But here we are, damn near a year later, right? Damn near a whole full year after Roman Reigns. Oh my goodness. After Roman Reigns came back at SummerSlam last year. And here we are again, getting ready for him to come back again at SummerSlam this year. It's just like, can we do something different? You know what I mean? There's this whole show. It just felt so redundant. Like, I don't want this to turn into just a straight up rant out the gate. But damn, man, this show was just, it was not a good show, man. Let's all right, hold on. We're going to jump into it, right? We're going to jump into it. You know what I mean? There's only a couple of matches that we have to go over because, you know, we know how Triple H books. He doesn't like to book full shows, all right? And yes, I did miss Friday Night Smackdown, the review, all right? I'm not doing the review. All right, that show was so fucking ass. I refused to do the review. All right, what do you want me to talk about, huh? Julia winning the women's U.S. championship. CM Punk coming out dressed as B-Rad. What are we gonna talk about, huh? Jeff Cobb versus Jimmy Uso. The YS6 coming and jobbing out fucking, who was it? They ain't even jobbed nobody out. I think the Street Profits and all the tag teams, they like came out to the ring and all that shit, and it was a whole schmoz. Is that what you want to talk about for real? Fuck that. Let's jump into Night of Champions 2025, baby. So we started off the night with Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now, I didn't think this was the worst match in the world, all right? I do have a couple of issues with this match. Like, for instance, why is Cody Rhodes basically just Hulk Hogan? Why is it that Triple H's favorites, whoever kisses Triple H's ass the most, is basically, they're just like another rendition of Hulk Hogan? Cody Rhodes kicked out of I don't know how many RKOs. The RKO was literally one of the most dangerous moves. Like, not even was literally. It is literally the most, or one of the most dangerous moves in the history of WWE. If you get hit with RKO, you get put out. It is what it is. But Cody Rhodes is just able to kick out of RKOs, and he's going into a disaster kick into the RKO, and he's just kicking out of the RKO. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Why are we burying Randy Orton right now? Not even just that, all right? Because it's not just Randy Orton, and it's not just Cody Rhodes, right? This is something that's been going on for a very long time in Triple H's era, especially, all right? The finishers are not finishers anymore, all right? They're just signature moves. That's it. It's not something that's actually a finisher. A finisher back in the day, if you got hit with a finisher, there was a 98.5% chance that you were not kicking out. No matter who you are. If Stone Cold got hit with a rock bottom, Stone Cold's not kicking out. If The Rock got hit with a Stone Cold Stunner, The Rock is not kicking out. Back in the day, if John Cena got hit with an RKO, John Cena's down for the count, and the same for Randy Orton if he gets hit with the FU. He's down for the count. But that's not the thing anymore. We don't get finishers anymore, all right? Everybody just has their own signature move. The Randy Knockout can't even be called the Randy Knockout anymore. It should just be called the Randy Slightly Dazed. You know what I'm saying? The Randy out of it just a little bit. Right? Like that is because what can you can't call it the Randy Knockout because these motherfuckers aren't getting knocked out off of that shit anymore. Unless you're Joe Hendry at WrestleMania, right? But whatever, okay? Obviously, Cody Rhodes wins. We all knew this was going to happen. We literally all knew there was not one. If you thought that Randy Orton was going to win this match, I got news for you. You belong on the short yellow bus, okay? I got that news for you, man. Because there's no way with Triple H's predictable ass booking. Did you believe, right? Did you fucking believe that Randy Orton was going over when Randy Orton hasn't won a significant match in like 4 years now? The last match that Randy Orton won at a pay-per-view was this WrestleMania, and the only reason why he won was because he was fighting fucking Joe Hendry, man. Like, that's the only reason why he won that match. So, whatever. That's how this match went down, okay? We move on. We had Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez up next. I'm not even going to sit here and hold you like I actually paid attention to this match. I really didn't. I saw that Roxanne Perez came out, but once again, we know what the fuck is going to happen in this match. We already know the situation, okay? Raquel Rodriguez, Miss Raquel Rodriguez, she's a fucking jobber, nigga. Like, she's a jobber. She doesn't have any weight to her. All right. She's not out here dominating anybody. Okay. They're trying to call her the enforcer and all this extra shit, but she's only been the enforcer for the last 3 weeks, dog. She's only been that for the last 3 weeks. And guess what? She hasn't enforced a damn thing in 3 weeks. Okay. I don't remember the last singles match that Raquel Rodriguez won. I don't. I simply do not remember the last time that she actually won a singles match. Maybe you could tell me. Maybe you could let me know. Last time I checked, she hasn't won a singles match since at least last year. Since at least last year. Since sometime in 2024. So, yeah, there's Raquel. Obviously loses the match, even though Roxanne Perez came out for the help. We all know that Rhea Ripley she is also Hulk Hogan, right? She is Rhea Hogan. She is like, it's insane. They showed a graphic before the match that said that Rhea Ripley is 31-3 since 2022. You mean to tell me Rhea Ripley has had 34 matches in damn near 3 years? 3 years. And she's had 34 matches? This company is down the shitter. All right? This company fucking sucks. And nobody wrestles anymore. All right? This match right here, what can I say about it, right? We all knew what was going to happen in this match. Let's go ahead and move the fuck on. We got Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. All right, and like I said in the beginning, it's like Triple H. She's just like, all right, y'all like Karrion Kross. Y'all been talking about y'all want Karrion Kross and all this, that, and the other. All right, I'll give you Karrion Kross, and I'm a haluva kick that some bitch into oblivion. All right, because that's exactly what this was. This match was not built for Karrion Kross. All right. I'm not going to sit here and say that this was a good match because it wasn't, okay? Karrion Kross did not have a good showing in this match, all right? But I don't blame Karrion Kross necessarily. I blame the booking, all right? I blame the fucking, like, why... It doesn't make sense that... why does everybody have to be fast-paced, off the top rope, doing all this extra crazy shit? You know what I'm saying? Why can't Karrion Kross punch Sami Zayn in the face and Sami Zayn just go down? I'm not even saying like go down for the count. I'm just saying just go down. This is supposed to be a fucking brawl. This is supposed to be a fight, okay? And I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers jumping off the fucking ropes in a brawl. This is supposed to be a brawl. There's supposed to be heat here. There's supposed to be all this heat, and you're focused on what kind of moves you can pull out your bag? Y'all should be going out there wanting to throw bowls at each other, beat the dog shit out of each other. If Sami Zayn wants to run the ropes and all that shit so he can use his speed as an advantage, that's fine. I get that. But all the extra shit, the extra moves, the bullshit that we have to see in these matches, man. It's not just Karrion Kross. It's the same shit that I be seeing in LA Knights matches. Same shit that I be seeing in Jade Cargill matches. Same shit I be seeing in fucking, what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez matches. Rhea Ripley matches. You got all these motherfucking spots, these pointless ass spots that we have to get through. And these motherfuckers are not built to be doing these kinds of spots. They're built to be dominators. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. It is what it is. Obviously, Karrion Kross got haluva kicked into oblivion. Sami Zayn goes ahead and picks up the victory. And nobody cares. We move on. Next up, we got Solo Sakoa versus Jacob Fatu. This was the best match of the night, just in terms of the in-ring work and in terms of the story that was told in this match, right? Even though I'm so sick and fucking tired of the bloodline. Like, I am so, like, the fact that we're going to keep this going, right? Because this upcoming week, right, Hikuleu, they're and the rest of these niggas, they're probably gonna end up beating down on Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso at some point. Like, this is gonna happen. Like, we're gonna keep this shit going, probably through SummerSlam. This shit might not end until probably WrestleMania, most likely. And I'm not ready for it. So it is what it is. Solo Sakoa ends up winning this match, which I'm actually happy about. Solo Sakoa is one of those guys on Friday Night Smackdown that actually entertains me, right? He actually has some kind of character about him. He's not just like, even Jacob Fatu. Like, this is one thing I have to talk about from Friday Night Smackdown. Like, if for any other reason, I'm very glad that Jacob Fatu lost this motherfucking title for this reason alone. All right. After the match with Jimmy Uso and Jeff Cobb, I forget what exactly happened. I think Jacob came out to save Jimmy Uso from getting beat on by Solo and Jeff Cobb. So later on in the night, there was a backstage segment where they kind of acknowledged each other, where Jimmy Uso was like, yup, yeet, you know what I'm saying? Yeet, yeet, all this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Us, yeet, you know what I'm saying? And then Jacob Fatu in all his wisdom. I remember I was sitting there thinking, like, what is Jacob Fatu? What kind of wisdom is Jacob Fatu going to partake on us? You know what I'm saying? What kind of wisdom is he going to give to Jimmy Uso, who hasn't won his own singles championship yet? You know what I'm saying? Jacob Fatu just got here, right? And Jimmy Uso has been in this motherfucking company 15 years. You know what I'm saying? 15 years. What kind of advice, what kind of something is he going to give to Jimmy Uso? I can't wait to see. You know what this motherfucker said? This motherfucker said, look, if you get in where you fit in, then me and you gonna be all right, Big Jim. Yara mean. And then he walks off with the title. Man, like Shakespeare couldn't have written a better script. All right, like for that reason alone, I was like, man, Jacob better fucking lose that damn title tomorrow, bro. And he did. All right, he lost the fucking title. Solo finally gets his singles championship. I'm very happy for Solo. I can't, honestly, that for that reason alone, I can't wait for Friday Night Smackdown, just so I could see Solo's first, his first championship, promo, right? I have to see it. So there's that. Next up, we had Jade Cargill versus Asuka. And this match sucked. We're not even going to sit here and act like this was a good match. It was not. All right. I don't even remember a lot of it, most of it. All right. I remember the ending. I know that Jade Cargill reversed something that Asuka was trying to do, and then turned it into a Jaded, and then flipped her over for that 1, 2, 3, and then she ended up cutting a promo after the match. Now, I see a lot of people have been confused over these last couple of weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and explain something to you, all right? Don't do anything for black people in Saudi Arabia, all right? Just when you go to Saudi Arabia, just don't bring the niggas, all right? Don't do it. Just don't do it. And I'm going to explain why. Saudi Arabians, Arabs, all right? And you can say what you will, but over there, I'm not talking about over here in America. It's different over here. All right. This is a big melting pot, to whatever extent. Right. But over there, they don't like niggas very much. Like last night when Naomi came out, Naomi got the least pop out of everybody. In America, Naomi's getting popped all over the place. All right. Everybody loves Naomi. I won't say everybody loves Naomi, but you know what I mean? Like a lot of people love Naomi over here in America, all right? She gets good pops when she's here in America. She came out last night in Saudi Arabia, no pop, zero pop. No, everybody was just waiting for her to get the fuck going, all right? And it was crazy. It was crazy to watch. And it's the same thing with Jade Cargill. It's the same thing with the Street Profits. Street Profits got next to no pop, all right? Even when they were, Montez Ford doing the thing with the arms, you know what I'm saying? He was doing the thing with the arms, the little pumping motion that he does. And nobody was hitting that shit with him, bro. It's kind of crazy to watch where, they'll get so excited to see all these white folks and even the Mexicans, the Samoans, or whatever the case might be, all right? Whenever a nigga comes out on that screen, it gets real dead silent in Saudi Arabia. That's all I'm saying. I noticed that shit. All right. I noticed that shit. Okay. Unless it's a boxing, some boxing shit, UFC type shit. Don't bring niggas over to Saudi Arabia. All right. You got to understand they still have slavery going on in Saudi Arabia where they're still bringing there are still African slaves in Saudi Arabia. Okay, let's not bullshit here. Okay, let's keep it a bean. All right, get in where you fit in, and niggas don't fit in over there unless they're unpaid workers, baby, or slaves. So That's something that I just wanted to get off my chest, because I've seen a lot of people, they've been confused, like, well, why aren't they cheering for Naomi? Why aren't they cheering for Jade? Why aren't they cheering for the Prophets? Because they don't like niggas. All right, they don't like niggas over there. But anyways, Jade wins. She spits her little promo afterwards where she just says, shoot for the stars. There's a storm coming at SummerSlam. So we move the fuck on. All right. Next up, we got CM Punk versus John Cena. Now this match, I don't know what it is that Triple H, like, I don't know what kind of fetish Triple H has with overbooking his main events, right? Like, this CM Punk and John Cena are 6-6. All right, a draw straight down the middle. This is their final match, all right, most likely ever. So this match should have been something that was crafted, right? You know what I mean? That took time to put together. You know what I'm saying? They should have actually had a real legitimate feud, not John Cena going out and stealing Punk shit one week and then CM Punk going out and stealing John Cena shit the next week. All right? Where is the fucking creativity? We got no creativity in this build. All right, cool. Well, at least let the match be decent. No, we can't even get that. We got CM Punk kicking out of 3 attitude adjustments, right? We got John Cena kicking out of go to sleep, right? We got Seth Rollins coming out with his faction, all right? Getting ready to what looks like cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase, all right? Then we got Braun Breaker and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed going into the ring and getting their asses handed to them. Both of them got their asses handed to them by CM Punk. All right, obviously the numbers advantage did end up catching the CM Punk, but at the end of the, CM Punk was whooping both of their asses single-handedly before Seth Rollins got into the ring. All right, he knocked Braun Breaker out of the ring, all right, hit Bronson Reed with some shit, and then they finally started getting back up on him and getting that numbers game on him. Then you had Penta running out. Then you had Sami Zayn running out, so that way they could even the odds, right? And it's just way too fucking much going on. Why the fuck is Penta out here? They literally just injected this bitch into this feud last week. All right, this past week they just injected him in here because I legitimately could not tell you why they're actually going after Penta besides the fact that they just needed some other reason for Seth Rollins not to be able to cash in. All right. I don't know what Triple H's fucking fetish is with overbooking his main events and cash and fake ass cash-ins, right? Cash-ins that don't work out. I don't know what it is. I don't know why he has to do this. I don't know if he thinks that it brings some kind of intrigue or whatever. It doesn't. It just makes the person who holds the Money in the Bank briefcase look like a fucking jobber when they go out there and they try to cash in, and then some bullshit happens where they just so happen to not be able to. But even in this match, all right, best part of the match was when Charles Robinson was running down to the ring. John Cena catches him right at the bottom of the ramp and fucking shoulder tackles him into oblivion. That shit was fucking hilarious, all right? I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't pop for that one, okay? I absolutely did. I laughed my ass off at that shit. Charles Robinson has always been a great sport, and he's one of my favorite referees of all time. Actually, I think he is my favorite referee of all time. Let's just keep it a bean, all right? There's a lot of referees that we know the names of, but Charles Robinson is really the GOAT when it comes to this referee shit, right? And the fact that he took this bump, goated. He's goated now, right? But you got Seth Rollins out there with his faction, and they're not able to get off a cash in, bro. Now all of them look like fucking jobbers. All of them look fucking retarded. They all belong on the short bus. You got Seth Rollins with Braun and Braun, his 2 Brauns, and they couldn't get the job done because of fucking Penta, Sami Zayn, because they got in the way. They can't go over Sami Zayn and Penta. They can't whoop their asses. This is what I'm saying. Just go ahead and this faction, nigga, nip it in the bud, man. Nip it in the fucking bud. I'm tired of it. All right, pack it up. Put the fries in the fucking bag and let's go home. It's time. All right, obviously, John Cena won this match, all right, after all the distraction, all right, because if Seth Rollins won, trust me, you would know. I would have already told you that Seth Rollins cashed in and won, all right, but he didn't, okay? Some bullshit happens where Seth Rollins, he hit CM Punk with a stomp after all the bullshit that just happened. He hit CM Punk with a stomp. Then John Cena just tosses him over the top rope and goes for the pin. Just casually tosses him over the top rope and goes for the pin. What the fuck am I watching? This match was ass. All right. WrestleMania was definitely the worst of the year. This was at least number 2 or number 3. Okay? At least number 2 or number 3. It might be number 2. This show was so fucking garbage. And nothing in it felt like a big deal. And even everybody that, good on Solo for winning, right? Good on Jade for winning, right? I'm happy that those two won their matches. This, that, and the other. But here we are again at another PLE. And it feels like just another fucking, just another Monday Night Raw. This show literally could have been a Monday Night Raw show. This could have been a Friday Night Smackdown show. It's like, I would rather watch Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown than watch these PLEs, because at the very least, during Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown, I'll at least get backstage segments, right? I'll at least get interview segments. I'll at least get, video promos and packages and stuff like that are actually gonna, for some, as much as they suck most of the time, it's something. But when you go to the PLEs, it's just match. And then after the match is over, guess what? You get 15 minutes of ads, baby. 15 minutes of ads. Then as soon as we come back from our ad break, guess what? We're going to try to sell you some more shit. And then right into the next match, baby. Fuck this show. Fuck this show and fuck Triple H. I gave this show a 1 out of 10. I'm not giving it anything more. All right, you can kiss my ass on that one, all right, and take that shit to the bank. Triple H, it's time to put the fries in the fucking bag, all right? Triple H needs to be fired. He needs to be fired like yesterday, all right? But probably not. But here and guess what? I'm over it, right? I'm real live over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these shows suck, man. Like, I'll be watching Friday Night Smackdown this week because it's supposed to be going back to 2 hours, right? Officially going back to 2 hours. So we'll see what they do, all right? But my thing is, Triple H, we saw his booking with 2-hour Smackdowns before they went to 3 hours. We saw his booking, and it still sucked. Like, it still fucking sucked. So the fact that everybody's like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to go back to 2 hours because now at least it's going to be a little bit better. No, it will not. We've seen that Triple H, no matter if it's 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, doesn't matter if it's 4 hours, doesn't matter if it's 30 minutes. He can't book a show to save his fucking life. Okay? The last time he had actual fucking success booking a show was NXT, but he had all kinds of motherfuckers helping him. Dusty Rhodes, William Regal, right? All these people, these great wrestling minds helping him. Who does he have now? Road Dogg? Nick Khan? Like, who does he have now? Great minds, great wrestling minds, people who actually understand psychology and shit like that. Who? Nobody. And you can tell by this show right here. It's the fucking epitome, right, of Triple H's booking. Let me know what y'all thought about this show down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you want to hear some more. And this has been your boy, Nate the Great, back with another video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.